Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. We're back. It's another day. Woo! Oh, a bit of blurriness there. Just there, little camera. Put that volume down a bit. How are we, everyone? Hope you're all well. We're back in the home studio, aka the garage. My beautiful PK Ripper, my unbelievable favourite bike of all time. Yeah, we are now running with the new Sigma lens, 16mm autofocus. So hence there's a couple of little blurry sections, but it seems to be picking up pretty well. Got a chance, first day out with it today, to go and get a couple of little photos. We were in the city having lunch, it's date day, home with my beautiful wife, so that was awesome. Had a quick run around town, snapped off a couple, just a thing, and from the half an hour I guess I used it, super impressed so far. So look forward to getting a video out on it and doing a rough run over it. But yeah, even now just setting up for tonight for the daily vlog, very impressed. I'm actually 6 foot from where I normally put the camera to get me in shot. So that makes a huge difference. This wide angle, autofocus, straight on, amazing. The only thing I will say, I forgot to take the adapter today because I'm used to having the adapter on the wide angle. So that was my only problem. So I didn't, for the other lenses that I've been using, the vintage lenses, I forgot to take the adapter so I could try out the 8-blade. But that's all good. You get that. Very happy with it at the moment. Sigma seems to have done a good job, so we'll see. And that 1.4 made a huge difference today, massive difference. I've been able to get that extra light in. So, anyways, let's move on. Big show. Oh, don't like when I look away. That's the camera, I think. Anyway, so today Tesla announced their truck is released, and huge fan of Tesla. I'm going to say this straight off the bat. Massive fan of Tesla. Was super pumped about this. Possibly affordable car for the masses. Australia's ute cultures were very well known. They're the biggest selling cars in Australia, the same as America. Oh, back again. So yeah, to have a ute coming out, electric ute, mass produced, with the possibility of being sold in Australia, so right-hand drive, so all the things we need, was pretty exciting. That price point they were talking around, the low 30s to 50s sort of mark, was pretty good too, so it made it sort of possibly affordable for us in Australia. Currently the F150, you're looking at anywhere between 150,000 Australian to 200,000 for your, I think the long horn one, the long range horn. The top of the range version F150 is 200 grand here in Australia after taxes, all the bull crap, import duties because they're dickhead politicians that shaft us daily to support an industry that doesn't even exist anymore, and all the other rubbish. So yeah, it was pretty exciting and very disappointed. The specs on the truck, amazing. I'm going to go through them first and then we'll talk about this body style next, and we'll go through there. Let's just get it done. 40,000 US is the base price. Single motor, rear wheel drive, 6.5 seconds to 100, 250 mile an hour range, 250 mile range, adaptive suspension. It'll do 110 miles an hour. It's got a 1590 kilo payload. That goes throughout the fleet. So 1590, so 1600 kilos you can has it in the back. So that's pretty good. Very happy with that. It'll tow the base model 3.5 ton. That is really good for a base model. The next level goes to 50. They do it in 40 to 50. 50 you get an extra 50 miles of distance, so 300 miles. It'll drop down to 4.5 seconds for your 0 to 100 time. It'll do 120 miles an hour instead of 110. It'll tow 4.5 ton. That's the difference. 4.5 ton basically. That'll tow, same payload obviously. Then we go another 20 grand into the top of the range. Now that's a 4-wheel drive variant. I think it's got 3 motors in that one. 500 miles, so 804 kilometre range. Awesome. 2.9 seconds, blistering fast. That's up there with a GTR and a Porsche 911 Turbo and maybe a Bugatti. So ridiculously fast. It'll do 130 miles an hour, so that's well over 200 k's an hour. So that's ridiculous for a ute. And it's got that 3.5 ton payload. Towing goes up to 6,350 kilos to tow with. Insane. Insane. Right, that's the specs. Technically, it's a brilliant car. No one can say anything wrong with it. Visually, it has stainless steel body, bulletproof. I don't know why we need a bulletproof car. I don't know what's going on over in the Tesla factory, if people are starting to shoot them as they're coming out of work, but it's got a full stainless steel car. Let's quickly, briefly sidestep to the DeLorean. Full stainless steel car. Brilliant looking car. Way ahead of its time. Company doesn't exist anymore. Not a good sign. Full stainless steel body car, bulletproof. They had a sledgehammer on the door. Fantastic, doesn't dent. That's awesome, wicked. That's great for what materials you're going to use and how that's going to work as for people at work. It's not going to get dented and scratched. Fantastic. A supposedly bulletproof glass, that didn't roll. They threw a steel ball out the window, both smashed. After they drop tested it, it worked fine. Someone's put the wrong glass in the car, it's just scratched. So that was the big stuff up of the event. But not as big as the look of this thing. I love cars, I love all shapes and cars. I love different cars to what a lot of other people. I'm a big Porsche fan, a lot of people don't like Porsches and that design. I also love Chevy Silverados and F150s and that design. They're the biggest selling cars in the world. Chevy Silverado and the Ford F150. Why would you not have a similar style? That's what people want. They don't want a fit. There's not a cowboy, a diesel mechanic, or any hard worker that is going to buy that car. It looks wrong. Yeah, it looks like Blade Runner, but Blade Runner, he ain't working. He's not working and earning 30 grand a year or 40 grand a year, busting his ass in 50-degree heat, killing himself just so he can buy a nice ute, so he can take his best girl out for a dinner on a Friday night. There's no way a girl is going to give him that car. Cars are supposed to be either sexy, hard workers, or what? A Ferrari's a sexy car. That's a Ferrari. A Ferrari is just sex appeal. An F-150 is just a muscular, That is a movie car. It's a movie car about a future that's coming that we're nowhere near yet. But he wants to sell them now. I'm sorry, Elon. I'm so sorry to say this to you. It ain't going to sell. I can't see anyone buying that. I'll eat my words, and look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But there's not a chance in hell I'd buy that car, just on looks. It looks terrible. Inside, fantastic leather, all that stuff. No one really cares. That's stock standard. You have to be to a certain level there anyway. There's no way you can change that. You need leather, you're going to have the big digital iPad in the middle and all that stuff. That's fine. We know what Tesla, that's what they do. I don't know why he's gone there. He tried to sell it by what you can do with camping in the back. You can buy all those things for the utes you got now. All the stuff he's advertised and tried to flog it off as you can do with the utes you got now. So it was really disappointing, I guess. Yeah, for me it was disappointment. I was hoping this was going to be a game changer, and I don't think it is. They need to scrap that body, and you can use the same materials, but you need to change that and get back to what people want. People ain't going to buy it. I just can't see it. and DeLorean. Oh, DeLorean. All you have to look at is DeLorean and what happened to them. Just, yeah, I'm sorry, just won't work. Anyways, Friday night. Let's not get too stressed about it. A little glass of red. Right, next up, something really exciting. Something you can hear, and when you have a good video, you need a clear sound. I try really hard to do that. As a creator, I'm always trying to make the sound decent, get some decent music in it. I use Epidemic for some great songs. I try and use all that sort of stuff to help it out, to balance it. So you're just not just reading, it's not just like reading a book, you've got that visual stimulation in the background. Now it all comes down to a good microphone. I'm lucky I've got a little Rode Video Mic Pro that I use, and it's done a great job. It's pretty versatile, it'll fit in there. I can plug it into my iPhone, which I do at work when I'm doing my lunch hour ones. So they're really good. Now they've just released a new microphone. It's not for sale on eBay yet. As soon as I see it on there, I'll give you a heads up. It is $399 Australian, but what a bit of kit. I had a bit of a good watch through there, went through their site and watched all their videos on it. They have released a video on it, so you can check them out on YouTube. If you are a creator, I think you definitely need to have a look at this one. It's a Video Mic NTG shotgun. It's got a full aluminium shaft. You'll see it. I'll chuck a picture in the thumbnail, so you'll see it before you hear me talking about it. But go back and have a look at that at the start. You'll see it, and it looks really nice. So full aluminium, aerospace aluminium. So nice, solid, full machine. So perfect quality. It's got a sliding mount rail on the base, which is really good. It's got infinite variable gain. Internal rechargeable battery, which is USB-C compatible, so that's fantastic, and that gives you 30 hours of battery life. So, and you can also plug it in and run it. So if you're running a full setup where you're just filming all day, you can have that plugged in. It will turn itself on and off with the camera too, so it'll save battery that way. If you've got your camera off, it'll automatically turn itself off, so it's not wasting that battery. It's got a headphone output. It's only 94 grams. It's compliant. It's got everything you want. It is the duck's guts of new microphones out. There were some other brands out there that were coming through that were going up against Rode and had a bit of on the back foot. This can also be used, which is where it exceeds the others. For gaming, you can plug it into your computer. You can use it as a gaming mic, as a podcasting mic, basically as a condenser microphone as well. Simply, basically put, it covers every aspect and is a world-class bit of kit. And the beauty of it is, and I'm pretty proud of it, it's an Australian made and designed bit of kit out of Sydney. So congrats to the Rode boys for that. It looks amazing, and I'm sure if it's anything as good as what the one I'm using now, it's obviously the next level up. It's a fantastic bit of kit, so great job. If you're looking for a new microphone, or you obviously need to get something, you can adjust your gain straight on the microphone. So if you're there listening and it's peaking out, you've got dual recordings with a 20 decibel. There's so many features I could go on for days. Check it out, go over to the Rode website. It's all up in there. It'll give you links to a couple of sellers as well in your local area, and definitely look at that, support the Aussies. It's always good to buy local if you can, and it's great to see Aussies out there in the world, leading the world in the way of audio. So awesome job. And last but not least, YouTube. Oh, blur it a little bit again. Just that autofocus is a little bit struggling today. It's that hat, isn't it? Doesn't like that hat. Again, I like this hat, the Tiger's hat. Hey, don't forget to get on that merch. My new shirt will be coming to show you what's going to be available. Merch will be up on site. You can check that out. The link's down below. Shoot over to our Teespring store. I've got a bit of everything on there. I'm going to be doing some more with the pinstripes. The same as our uniforms, our fishing uniforms. I'll do some more on that once I get a little bit more time. Probably when I get back to work, I'll spend some nights getting that sorted. But there's a few options there to support you another day, another vlog. Anyway, next, super stickers. YouTube's released them. If you've had seen premium chat in your live streams and in your premieres, and you're qualified for that, it was a little bit deceptive in the way they started the video. They did say it was going to be for everyone, but it's not. It's only for people who've qualified. So if you're one of those people, I think it's over. You have to get over 1,000 subscribers. Basically, you become monetized. I think that's where it comes into it. And you've got your super chats where people could donate money, blah blah blah, and you get it highlighted section with a note. Now you've got super stickers coming out, and these are animated designs. And I'm going to get more onto that. They're like, there's 8 packs there now. That'll, if you're automatically on super chat, that'll automatically come across. So it'll automatically just populate your channel, and there's some things there that will possibly help you and support your channel. On the negative side of that, and there was, if you look at the video from the YouTube creators guys, and it was pretty divided on the likes and dislikes for this video. Sometimes it gets like that when they bring new stuff out. And I went to the, I'm going to be honest here, I went to the dislike because I think a lot of the things that people brought up were pretty darn accurate. They've just gone through and smashed us on copra and what that's going to do, and how you can't advertise towards children and all that, and you could be demonetized and all those nasty things, and fined, and you're going to go to jail, and all the ridiculous things that's about to get levied on us in January. And they then release a sticker pack with animated little Japanesey characters and whatever. There's not an adult alive that relates to. There was only one, which was a fist pump sort of a thing, 2 fist pumping and doing a thing. The rest of the animated characters and had backstories. If that's not, I'm sorry, but if that's not kid related, gaming related, which is basically kids anyway, just be careful. I wouldn't even, how I dare. That totally befuddles me on how they could introduce something like that after they've just basically brought in a whole range of restrictions towards aiming your productions towards kids. And suddenly now you can have a sticker that aims exactly towards kids. And that's all it is. I don't know how many 25, 30-year-olds love stickers and love animated cartoons, so they donate some money. I think that not. I think they need to look at options, and animations are fantastic, but there's plenty of things. You can see them on Instagram, you get the GIFs and that, you get the stars, the thumbs, and all the little other stuff. I think that's what they need to do, get something along those lines, and just steer away from the children, because you can't go smash everyone and then contradict yourself and come back and try and upsell a sticker pack. Anyway, that was that. Have a look at it, check it out. If you want to use it, I don't know if you can disable it as such. As I said, if you've already got super chat, it automatically happens. I don't know how if they didn't mention if you can stop it from being activated. Maybe, or hopefully you can go turn it off, because the last thing you'd want is people donating and then you start losing the whole lot. Sort of defeats the purpose. And that's about it. It's Friday night, a long week. Hope you've had a good week. I'm home with my family, super stoked. Little Jackster had a couple of fantastic days. Got another day with little buddy tomorrow. I've got to think of somewhere we can go. Got to get some shots with this lens. And the 8 blade 50mm, so I've got to do a little bit of work tomorrow if I can, and just find a little spot for me and him can go, and he can have a play and I can have a play as well. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you have a good weekend. Stay safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So wherever you're coming, you're going, we'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao.